Kwa babiem do Badwam TV Badwam so yadani te kote gwase ni nkwanshan samwa anopen so de di kan de amaye de du so no Adom TV Badwam kase ensam ne etodwa wo bi ya wo betini akache senior high school sukufo nyame pe ene be mu nkentesa yante asempa yere sansam ne nchiremu no ebebro na fe yakọ eye makola number 2 abobloshin so adwadifo man tichu wo mu hunu se wo mu etu nwura egu koleni mu no eka ho binti ene nsuo to kakra bia na eyi ese won made no ne nsem bi na no pay me de bro Adom TV Badwam kase me dem live on Facebook/Adom TV extra na Go TV channel no 119 DSTV channel no 280 me din de afia amankwa tamaklo afia ni de mientie se de nsem ni nchiremu etie Akache South Senior High Technical School bus and number GV 1079 nyame pe ene di wormo ehwo afurusane nkentesa wormo hyan na womo ede etu ekwan eja eto mu no nkeyante asempa Adom TV etwaso
around 14 hours. And then they call that the Akachi Secondary School, their bus catch up on fire. So it was on a bypass to Gankope to Aboru. That's stress. So they call and quickly we dispatch our appliance to the scene. So it was a school bus with some school material, exam material, including some schools, including some students on board. But God willing, luckily, nothing has happened to any of the students. They realized that the fire emanated from the engine, from the back. So immediately we get there, but the extent of fire, the way it was so used, but we were able to put the situation under control.
Wasan katwa so say adesuafo dodo ana wonum e wo hyen ni mu no enya meto odwa wo kire mu se wonum guso a eye nhwehwemu katwa so say adesuani bia empra na won ho ne hamanso anyera.
Until we finish with our investigation, that is why I may be able to tell you the actual number on board. Because at the time the thing happened, I am sure some of them were frightened. So the car have to come and convey them from the scene back to where they are going. They are students from the Akachi Secondary School. But the fact of the matter is now nothing has happened to any of them.
Okay.
Nothing else, but just some materials, some exam materials.
Emergency 4, yeah, one more color number 2, yeah, bobloshin so, and one more swing. If he said, one more pass, one more 2 more good, one more some bola cano. Colin Moana, Quabrani, and the new here at the one more car, we are 10 young one. So almost something, 4 no anka some 4 measure, now one may desire a near mano. Or mature one, if I can't be my name, no, yeah, and so a toy. Edekaya ba konso akona nanom nse do Adom TV etwaso
anipa bone fo no omo be ye na ya yeton ade wa ha ne ye kan na omu didi atem yetimiti ha na yeton ade na omo abegina one bola kan bola wo ye de no wadidi watem ya yeti ha de ye pra ye bua no na de amaka ya bola de obeji ebia na ya hwe no na wako obi o hombrente no biti e omo ti e bonkum so omu hu a omo mpene na omo aba be pam omo na omo de bola no ko tumu se sa insu e beda no first na ntisa na insu a ade che kojin by this time around no nipa bonifu bi na mana insu na esa ko se bi bukura akwa agena ya na de baba betum ka bola fu first ko mo sa bola anke so mo de ko baabi mo to bola gu na mo de baba betum na atwoku nti insu to antumi nko obi kwa ya abo hye ko de akola nko betum ena obu akronfo ya pa na ko ejuro mo bu na no mo na baba betum on tama insu na atwoku nti na mabone nko a na mo da insu na esa no
okre kan bola foro mo ba na se ne be kasa na mo yeye yenye omo hwe ba te na omo ye last bi obi mpo de bola begu ha me kasa na o se ye ma me fie ye papa fie no wo ye me nti asa na ha adwun frem bemba no so a ebi wo na omo aba na pam omo bi wo so omo mba nti da bi omo ye da nti aban wo se wonye bibi mfa ho wo se won bra na omo bibi mfa ho because bola na adro so nti na nso na eto ye npo ama ha nyina yiri kan ko nipa mba nti ama obi mpo wu ha obi free kayo ni bi oba obeto nso mu owuye at once wa nti yasra nti won be bibi mfa won.
Yes, as a citizen there enkenye because e kware aye nsuo mimi ba akra no mo say e nsuo e kware a bibia utumi sabi o mo de bibia but yehu ne ayi all the same thing our citizen na ne ase nsuo no na say yet bi mo de ball na de o mo campaign for aka hu anaje o mo so na mo de bogum wo wada no mo de bogum and o to ade so kro mo hu bi in daylight kro mo hu so mo de kogum mo ka campaign o mo ni ogefo bia because area guys no wan hwen ni wa
Kanesi adwadifo nso se nedie nuane bo bi akosro sabayire bodie banchene tomato sonom ne ade no wode toto na wotwe etwa mu no ho a na wotwe we mu de no akosro na ne nyina no agina se fuo no bo no akokọ akosro na fenso nso etonti makoni tomato sono so asai wakwaye ni mu a yamane boni eye kwabenansia etwaso
Nabare ne bo no from kakraba tira last week imuno ama enyema na sesan kakra se bare ne oni season June ena bare foforo start pie epiesa na from June ko ni nyina price ne ye bas yenye ra ye October mu ye ra October mu e ko December ni mu abare ne bo ne sesan ne bo ye den enso ye nkakra di ko ra next year general mu. Last week yetimi boa bare miensa 20 cedis yetimi boa 25 yetimi boa 30 but this week ni yetimi mo bare miensa 20 ebi a wenya ba ku 10 cedi ba ku 12 cedi ba ku 15 ba ku 20
Sanso en obi a woton tomatoes a wani amane boni atwetwe nkomo no ekiremu se akuafo nyina etwa adwo esan se nsutobere no asesa ne senti wono muntoso a wodua ye nyina asese eno ka ho bi na ama tomatoes bo ayedne.
Yes, I didn't na 3 weeks ago no na ntos aba more but almost in so na say ni na they say ni bo ayedin panti so mo beto no mo complain what you say say any da me kofa no 1008 paint rubber no say 60 konko ntos rubber no 35 and kitwa no say 20 me koni so sa say anu say na me kan green dey e wo ho say green 3000 say old currency 3 million kotoko no kokoni dey say 6 million.
Last
Mayeto akase no so na ye monkonsem foforo emunene ya make say mpanifo ko bi ahia won mo dwendwen kwan yo mbefa so na eye Tamale Water Fund won mo atumi aye ya akoso soga kope na won mo ehwe nsuo ehonsam ahadwene e wo cement fi efam ho ne o mamu nyina na no mo snase adwene ahwe kwan yo mbefa so na sa haw no e be free yen so Adom TV etwaso.
No, and I know a lot of people are not even aware the effects of sand winning on our water bodies. And I think it's about time all of us, and especially the media, take up this awareness creation issue and advocacy and educate people on the effects of sand winning on our water bodies. Apart from illegal mining, apart from galamsey, we are affecting all our water bodies. And I'm afraid that some research have shown that if you are not careful, the next decade or two, you may have to buy water.
Country Director, Emma Catholic Relief Services, Daniel Mumuni, Echiremu say, Jumedie ni bote nyina ne se ebeboa amamanfo enyen supa anom.
Dredging is very important when you talk about the flow of water. So it's still important that dredging can happen, and when dredging happens, sand has to be moved. But we're seeing a situation where people are recklessly winning sand. Sometimes even including redirecting the water bodies. You know, they create their own, banks around the water to be able to access quality sand on the other end. When that happens, it affects the flow of the water, but also increases what we call the water turbidity, and it makes it very difficult for Ghana Water Company to treat the water. It increases their production cost, but also affects their machines because the machines are not meant to process or treat water with such high turbidity.
I didn't know, and I know a lot of people are not even.
Associate Professor wa Faculty of Social Sciences wa University for Development Studies Yampala campus ye Professor Felix Longi ene wase bambo 4 wontra siye na wombambo mu hwehwemu no womwani na homfiri wani se aboa wo na enipa bonkuo bi a wombo sesen pentokwa pewuo no ne ade no ebi ba ye nhie yi mu a womatumi etu won so re Adom kase etwaso.
Neighbor's beard is on fire. Look for water and probably wet your beard before the fire comes to you. We have seen what is happening in the sub-region, especially our neighboring countries. We have seen what is happening in Burkina Faso. We've seen what they told us has been happening. The terrorists or the suspected terrorists are lurking around everywhere, and they are prepared to take advantage of any vulnerable situation, like maybe a conflict that is not being resolved, or maybe youth that are disgruntled and they are noted to be congregating in places. They are interested in taking advantage of any small disagreement or disenchantment by various members of the community to infiltrate and inject in their minds terrorist propaganda, terrorist narratives, and violent acts of violent extremism. And they probably will propose that as solutions for them to achieve their goals.
Professor Felix Longi kasa yemu no wasan so de atumpanyinfo nyina anim se ehu benya so de manfo be fantitie mu se de be ya wono beboa ama basabasayo so atwa ewo man mu.
Sensitization and education, and also taking steps to identify those issues before they actually escalate. And part of the identification is the surveillance that the security people are doing, which led to them identifying those characters around Facho in the Sisale area. And then they fled, but of course they left behind what security people call exhibits, which probably
Adia ba kopa ye ha nananmo akuafo e wo se wo matumi adua ndobaye na so kama na bebedwama so me nya bie ade ya kwan ennuane no de e wo ho pa ne sansa kwan ne nyenti no obewie na pro e wo kwaye no emu wasante achem e ho ya bia hodo bia utumu se kwaye no e wo ho nnuane wo ho nso bewie kire na ne nyina pro Musa Madum TV etwaso
enye kra ti so to se dia na ye ho kire nti se wantumi afa nwa patam na pebre watimi asan atutu dia ko fia ebe den se obetimi dia ko because e kwan nye e ba sa na ka ne munumuni e ba so sa kra wunya kaimpo ana driver ne wa be fa no se tractor obedwo aboden pa woton kra wunya hwe nti gisa wodi gu ho na openisia na osan betutu na watimi de akofi e fa kwanya iso asre o mampani se one na mansi krachefo no nkasa na se obetimi aboa omo efidie bi betimi de aye kwan ni yamayen se de nuan ne betimi aba na ensei na enka wuram kwan ne de enye kra ti so to se de ana ye ho kire nti se wantumi afa nwa patam